Hello and welcome to Essen, Germany for the 16th World Trampoline Championships. Here at the Grughalle Stadium, representatives from 24 nations are competing for 6 available titles. The men's and ladies team. The next performer is young Andrea Holmes from Great Britain. Andrea has been second in 2 World Championships. In '86 she was second, in '88 she was second, and I'm sure she's hoping to take the gold this time. A half in, half out, into a Rudy out, double back piked, a beautiful routine, beautiful extension at the end of the moves. That's what the judges are looking for. A full in, half out, and a double twisting back somersault into the last move, which was a full in, half out straight. At the end of the routine, however excited they are, they must stand for 3 seconds, otherwise they get an end deduction from the judges. That's the Rudy out piked. Very close arms to pick up the rotation for the next move, the double back piked. Into a half out piked, showing that beautiful extension at the end of the move. She scores 36.5 for a total of 99.5, which puts her in first place. Andrea Holmes takes the lead. The next competitor is Andrea Holmes of Great Britain, is still leading. Now we have Elena Merkelova from the Soviet Union, a superb young athlete, lying in first position at the moment. All the pressure is on her. What must be going through her mind at the moment? I know, because I've been in this position. She'll be thinking of the quality of her routine, controlling the nerves, controlling the butterflies in the stomach, taking off on the right bounce, building the height without overusing the body so that she doesn't move around the trampoline too much. We call it muscling if they use too much to create height. And here's the first move, a full in, half out, into a half in, Rudy out. Beautiful routine, staying right on the spot, building height back up from the next move, each move going right back up to the same height. Beautiful extension at the end. Will it be enough? Will she overtake Andrea Holmes, remember, who's been second twice in the World Championships? There's the half in, Rudy out, into the Rudy out piked. Beautiful routine, beautiful extension at the end of the moves, hiding the arms. Lovely extension in the double back tuck there, reaching up for the half out piked. Hardly moving from the cross, and she scores 37 for a total of 101.6. So Elena Merkelova, this fine Soviet athlete, becomes the world champion. Here we have confirmation of the scores. Elena Merkelova with 101.6 takes the gold, Andrea Holmes with the silver, Sue Chalice with the bronze, and Tatiana Lushina in 4th position. Join us. Welcome back to Essen for some real exciting action from the men's individual competition. 70 competitors in all, again dominated by the Soviet bouncers since '86. Favourite for the title is 1989 European champion from Krasnodar, Alexander Moskalenko. We start the competition with Ralph Peller from Germany. Ralph has a fine pedigree. In 1980 he was bronze medalist in the World Championships. A very powerful trampolinist who does a lot of difficulty in the routine. A pike triple to start, into a half in, Rudy out, tremendous power, another triple, another half in, Rudy out, into a half out piked, another double with a 1.5 twist, and a 2 3/4 piked into a ball out, half out. A ball out is a move that is done from the back. Any move from the back is called a ball out, and that was an excellent routine there from Ralph. Here we see the second triple, the tuck triple. It's known as a triffus. Into a half-in Rudy out. What a tremendous shot that is, overhead shot. He scores 37.4 for a total of 100.6 and takes first place at the moment. See the cross and the meter box below. We move on to Bernd Leichhardt. Also from Germany, Ralph Peller's teammate, lying in 9th position at the moment, building his height for the first move, which is a full-in Rudy out, a 2.5 twisting double somersault. There are 7 judges watching the routine, and each judge gives a score for execution out of 10. The highest 2 scores and the lowest 2 scores are eliminated, and the middle 3 are added together, and the tariff or degree of difficulty is then added on to the execution score. And that's how we reach the final total for each routine. There's a Rudy out piked, lifting up into a half-in, half-out piked. The takeoff into a full-in, full-out. And he scores 36.7 with a total of 100.2. Alexander Dilchenko from the Soviet Union. Remember, the Soviet athletes have dominated this world trampolining scene for the last 4 or 5 years. He starts with a triple piked, into a half-in, half-out triple, into another triple, 3 triples linked together. A Rudy out, a full-in, full-out straight, a half-in Rudy out, a little bit of travel there, right back, so he has to put in an easy move to finish off. I'm sure a straight back wasn't part of the routine, but then when you're going wrong, it's much better to do a simple one than not do a move at all. Here's the half-in Rudy out. And the Rudy out piked. Here we see from above the triple somersault with a half twist, and he scores 36.0 for a total of 99.6, which leaves him in 3rd place at the moment. Next to compete is Fabrice Schwartz from France. The French have very good pedigree in world-class trampolining. Back in 1984, Lionel Pierlin from France was the world champion. And going back even further was the great Tisson. Building the power for the routine here. Tremendous height required. You can bet the first move's going to be a triple. In world-class men's trampolining, you hardly dare not start without a triple. It's very important that the first bounce is the right one. Yes, triple piked somersault. Into a half-in Rudy out. Into a half-out piked. And a Miller, a very, very difficult routine, named after the great Wayne Miller. A triple twisting double back somersault. And a full-in, full-out there, building up for the finish. And he really snatched the finish. Came in very short from the move before and snatched it off bent knees. He'll pay the penalty for that last move, but it was still a very good routine and a very, very high tariff. Here's the half-out piked, and this next move will be the Miller, but we didn't see it there, never mind. A half-in Rudy out, a close-up there. You can see him looking at the bed, picking up the bed as soon as possible. And he scores 38.1 for a total of 102.1, which puts Fabrice in 1st place. Next we have Zachariah Abramsville from the Soviet Union. This is a new name to me. I've been involved in world-class trampolining for many years, and this is a new lad from the Soviet Union on the scene. Let's see what he's made of. Very tall, long-legged, which will make rotating quite hard because of the leverage. You wouldn't think so, though. A Rudy out Triffis, the hardest move we've seen so far. And he works into a full-in, half-out straight, into a full-in, full-out straight. And a Miller to finish. No, not to finish. Into a full-in Rudy out. And a double back to finish. It got a little bit tatty towards the end, but what a tremendous start. It's the first 1.5 twisting triple somersault that we've seen as a beginning to a routine. There's the full-in, full-out. And another triple in the tucked position. Now we have the overhead view of a Miller, the triple twisting double somersault, one of the most complicated moves in trampolining. He scores 36.0 to give him a total of 100.1 and moves into 4th position. The next competitor is John Hansen from Denmark. John is a very, very experienced competitor. He's been the World Cup champion. He's ranked in the top 4 in the world for a few years. And he also starts with the big triple somersault. Builds the power. A pike triple. Full in, full out. Into a tuck triple. And a half in Rudy out. That's a double somersault with a double twist. A half in, half out. When I say a half in, half out, or a full in, half out, it means that the full is in the first somersault and the out somersault is the second somersault. Being congratulated there by Bo Turvey, who was a very well-known Danish trampolinist. The tuck triple, a very tight tuck. Lovely extension at the end of the move. Here's the overhead shot of the Rudy out piked. You can see the cross, you can see the meter box down there. And he scores 37.1 for a total of 102.8 and takes the lead. John Hansen there moving into 1st place. The next to compete is Michael Kuhn from Germany with a carryover score of 66.20. Michael Kuhn is a superb trampolinist, renowned for superb lines. Beautiful aesthetic form in his routine. Here he is building the height at the start, triple tucked, half in Rudy out. Beautiful continuity of height, building the next move right back up to where the one before came from. Full in, full out, a full in, half out, and the big Miller to finish. Triple twisting, double back somersault. And he looks really happy with that. All the emotion coming out there, being so keyed up for the big moment. No doubt he'll jump down to Roland or Paul Luxon, who'll congratulate him on a superb routine. There's Paul. Half in Rudy out, spots the bed. And a Rudy out piked. The crowd really enjoying that one because he's the home lad. Here's the overhead view. Half in, half out. He scores 38, a total of 104.2 and takes the lead. Next we have another fine athlete from the Soviet Union, Dmitry Polarush. Does a very difficult routine. He has a carryover score of 67.80. Presents himself to the judges before starting the pre-bouncing. By the time these competitors start their first move, they're somewhere around 7 meters up in the air. It's hard to believe. Pike triple, half in Rudy outs, full in, full out, Rudy out, another full in, full out. This is quality trampolining. A little bit of movement there, and he snatched the last move, which was the Miller, in the straight position, so perhaps he was entitled to snatch it a little bit. He scores 38 for a total of 105.8, and he takes the lead. There's the full in, Rudy out in the straight position. And next, we come to the master himself, Alexander Moskalenko, the current European champion. They say that there is trampolining and then there is Moskalenko. This man is renowned to be not just a little bit in front of the field in world trampolining, but a long way in front of the field. And I'm sure now we will get a taste of superb quality that this man is renowned for. And after that great big build-up, I just hope he doesn't fall off. There's the first move, a triple in the pike position, into a half-in, half-out triple, into a tuck triple, into a full-in, full-out. Absolute superb quality. I don't think I've ever witnessed trampolining like this. Very little movement. Superb consistency of power. And finishes with the triple twisting, double back in the straight position. Absolutely magnificent. Nobody is going to beat that. We pick him up here in the half-in, half-out triple. A half in the first and a half out in the last somersault. And he scores 39.3 for an incredible world record total of 107.4, giving him the gold medal. And there is confirmation of Alexander Moskalenko, gold medal, Dmitry Polarush from the Soviet Union, the silver medal, Michael Kuhn from Germany taking the bronze, and John Hansen from Denmark in 4th position. A fabulous competition.